Hi, I'm Graham O'Hare, GMO MD. I was talking to a Southeast Asian businessman the other day at a breakfast, and he asked me, Graham, why should I buy a business in Western Australia? I found that easy to answer because I really believe that this is the best place in the world not only to live, but also to own a business. And I said to my friend, number one, and I've got 10 reasons here why you should live and own in WA. Number one, we live here in a democracy. That means everybody has a fair go, the rules are fair, and it's an open society. So there's no favouritism or nepotism in our system, which is a great thing if you're owning a business. Number two, we live in a capitalist society where making profits and doing well and improving your family's position is applauded and encouraged. And that doesn't always happen in many countries. Number three, in Australia we have a strong financial system. We don't particularly like our banks, but they are solid, they are honest, and they do lend for entrepreneurial activity. So that's a real plus, having a strong financial system. Of course, in WA we live in a resource-rich region, which means that we have a lot of natural advantages over other countries where they have to rely purely on their brain power and they're cramped for space. So we have great agriculture, great mining, great oil and gas. All those things are real advantages compared to other places in which to operate a business. We also live in the right time zone. Perth's time zone in WA is actually in sync with about 3.5 billion people. So in terms of being able to do business 9 to 5 at the same time as people in Singapore, Jakarta, Tokyo, Beijing, it's all possible. We are in the right spot on the planet for doing business with the most growth-hungry part of the whole planet. We're also in the right economic zone. The tiger economies of Asia, India, China, Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, all growing faster than the rather old and stale Western world like Europe. So we're really lucky in WA to be close to where the action is. Now, number six, of course, is that we're involved in a very high standard of education in Australia. That means when you're hiring staff in Australia, you're getting people who are well-trained, literate, numerate, and understand the value of being accurate and doing a good job for you. Again, many countries can't offer people to work for you who are indeed well-educated. Big plus. Another one, of course, is, and probably the most important, is Australia does have some limitations, but we can overwhelmingly claim that we live in an honest society. When you do business in Australia, people do honour their word, they do keep their promises, they generally don't try to cheat. There is very little in the way of nepotism or graft or corruption in our country, and that's an enormous advantage, being confident in your business that it won't be interfered with by other people. An honest society is a big plus for living and working in that country. Also, of course, we're a trading nation and WA is a trading state. Australia's always been a big exporter. We're interested in the rest of the world. We want to do business with everybody else. And WA is probably the leading state for export-import activity. So it's a real plus. We like trading with other people. And finally, of course, the biggest plus of all in the social sense is the sun always shines in Western Australia. Great climate, beautiful environment in which to work, a clean, wholesome place to raise your kids, and generally an optimistic, happy society to live in. So there's 10 great reasons why buying a business in Western Australia and living in Western Australia is a big plus. Last time I looked, nobody was building a boat to leave Australia. They all want to come here, and the reason why is this is a great place to do business and to raise your children.